Hello again, everybody. It's your boy Kezix. Want to come do another quick video here. Playing with Grisby. We're playing Age of Conan Unchained. This is the free version of Age of Conan that you can get on Steam. And I've been playing with my bear shaman. I've leveled him up a little bit here, and I'm going to show you something new. Something to be aware of. This is an extra thing that one can do in various zones. I'm doing a couple different quests here. I'm kind of doubling up quests, or tripling up quests, going to one location and getting 2 or 3 of them knocked out at one time. So it's kind of a way of maximizing your experience as you go through. You don't have to do it like that. You can do one at a time if you want to, but I like to double them up as I can. So one thing that one can do, if you look up here in achievements, the achievements tab here, and then if you go to exploration, there's a couple things here. Now there's racing, leaps of faith, endeavor. Now don't worry about those 3, but I do like to do treasure hunting and panoramas. I'm going to show you a little bit about these 2. Panoramas there are various places throughout the game world that have a little, and I'll show you what it looks like. It's a little eyeglass or floating eyeball or something like that. It gives you lets you look through a great overview of the area, and you can get each section of the world has a certain number of panoramas. For example, it's broken up into the Bracken Isles, and there's many of them. If I pull this down, you can see that I've looked at 2 of them. There's a whole lot that I have not done, so I'm going to show you one of those. The other is treasure hunting, and treasure hunting is divided up into small different areas. Here in the starting area, you've got, of course, White Sands Isle, the Acaronian Ruins, and the City of Tortage. The City of Tortage has got 3 hidden treasure locations. I'm going to show you all 3 of these here. In addition, we're also doing a quest for Ninus, the priest of Mitri. He wants me to find some meat that was stolen from him. So that's one of the things we're doing up here now. Again, if you remember, a lot of these times, these quest items you're looking for will have a kind of blue sparkling coming off of them. So we're going to pick up this meat for Ninus here. We'll have to defeat these other pirates, and I'm going to show you the first of 3 treasure chests that can be found here in the City of Tortage. The treasure chests sometimes will have gear that you can use. Sometimes they will. Sometimes they will have things you can simply sell, and not gear that you can use. Gotta focus here. Can't talk and fight at the same time. But it is nice to have. I like to complete the treasure chests and the panoramics when I can, just for fun. Not so much that the treasure chests, of course, can give you some good stuff for your character. But I do like to complete those things, as they're just kind of fun to do. There's another good fatality right in the privates, and right to the head again. All right. So, and you'll see how we got up here as I run back down the hill. But Ninus wants you to go get some salted meats that were stolen. This is a pirate encampment, and you can see that it overlooks the harbor from up here. And right behind this one tent is this box, and you put your cursor on it, says treasure chest. And most of the treasure chests look just like this. So you click on it. It takes a minute to open, and then you will have picked up the first thing. So you go back over here to exploration, you go to treasure hunting, City of Tortage, which is where technically we're at, and we have found 1 treasure chest. If you open up your inventory, you can look over here, and this is what I just picked up, a rejuvenating frayed tunic. That's what was in the chest. Now I've got something better. I'm wearing something better already, so I don't need it. But it's still something I can sell to make a little coin, which is nice. Some gloves I picked up. I do need some gloves. Alright. So now, looking up here, do you see this thing with the glowing sparkles coming up? That's one of those panoramic eyeball things. So we're going to go over here, take a look at that, and I'll show you what that looks like. I'm going to take these guys here. Now, I used to worry that when I was doing my fatality animation, that the other guys still stabbing me, causing damage. They actually suspend the actual damage that he's doing during the time that the animation is going, which is kind of nice. It you know, relaxes my brain on that one. So anyway, so coming back over here, top of this cliff, okay, and I can find this thing. And basically, when I click on this, it's going to give me an overview of the port of Totage. So here we go. It takes a look around, and here we go. So it's kind of like a drone shot of the city of Totage. We're way up here, but there's several of these things scattered around in various areas. So I'd like to challenge myself to go find them all, if I can. I'll run up here and take care of these guys. Just because it's fun to do. Some of them are very challenging to get to. They're not easy. Okay, that's too many for me. I'm taking off. Run fast. And if you notice, sometimes you run in a situation, and if you run real fast and keep on going, they will drop off after a little bit. And you don't have to worry with them. Now, the apes, I don't have too much of an issue with. Like, here. But that many parts, it's good much for me to try to handle it. So I just run. Survival techniques. I'm waiting to find another guy. Okay. So running back down this hill, and you'll see where this kind of comes out, and I'll show you where the other two treasure chests are. And maybe another panoramic, so you know. Ape. If you read Mr. Howard's stories, apes. He was very keen on history and civilizational development, as well as just you know, where did humans come from in the different civilizations. And if you read, he's got a essay he writes about the Hyborian age, and it's kind of his musings. It reflects his musings on how we as a people came into the world. You know, growing up in Texas, you would think that he was a staunch Christian, and believed staunchly in what the Christian Bible would say about creation. But it's very clear from his essay and some of his other writings that he had a little more scientifically minded way of looking at how civilization developed. I'm not saying he wasn't Christian. I don't know that for a fact, but I definitely got the sense that he believed in the evolution of mankind. And the reason I say that is there's many instances where there were white apes, black apes in stories that over thousands of years during his essay evolved into humans, which is kind of a scientific thought that us and the primates are share a genus. So anyway, it's an interesting thing to look at. So we finished up a quest for Ninus here. Bring him the meat that it was stolen.
Thanks to
He
you,
gives me a staff,
the temple will
which
shine.
unfortunately I cannot
Take
use.
this
That's
humble
nice anyway.
reward with Mitra before you.
Again, he's got a silver exclamation point, which means he has another quest for me, but I'm not quite high enough for him to give me the quest. Back down the trail here. So if you guys have played a little bit, you probably know where we are now. We're at the front gate of Tortage. And we basically ran through the jungle up by the temple there, up through the jungle behind all those towers or those high houses, up to the cliffs way back there. Back to what Mr. Howard talked in the apes. There's a lot of stories that include Conan fighting with apes, or even King Cole sometimes from the Atlantean stories fighting with semi-intelligent apes. He thought there was a very strong connection between us and the primates, and that we might in fact be descended, or the people in his world certainly descended from apes in various ways. So anyway, so there were three chests that I want to show you. So the first one we looked at, it was way up on top of the cliffs way up there. So the second chest, we'll go past the marketplace here, down and to the right. I'm going to head over here. We may have to do a little fighting when we get up here. There's some pirates around the corner. Head up to this noble area, this noble district, so to speak. And we'll have to fight with these guys. Run up here. Past these folks. Kicking your butt here. There always seems to be a time right around level 10 and 11 where it's rough. It's hard. You die quite frequently. Then you reach level 14 and it lightens up a little bit. Now, granted, this is a bear shaman. He's the most melee of the priest classes. Melee being fighting, physical combat. But he is still limited. He is still a priest. He's not a warrior of any kind. Anyway, I don't know if you saw where I went. I went up the ladder, and it'll tell you if you can't climb up high enough, you may need to put points into your climbing skill. And of course, if you remember how to do that, you come over here to the skills and attributes tab, pull down, run over here to climbing skill, and take whatever points you might have left over and put some more into that climbing skill. And it should tell you what climbing skill you need. I think you need 60 to go up that ladder. Anyway, then you come across the rooftops, down that little path, across this rooftop here, and drop off of this one. And of course, you can see where we're at, right? There's the wall. There's, Strom's Towers over there. The marketplace is over here. And the alleyway we probably fought with some pirates who stole money from the prostitutes is right there, if you remember, down there. Anyway, so we're going to drop down off of here, and here's the second chest. Okay, open this up, and we've got the second thing. Now this one almost always, every time I've opened it, is got Sadur's missing treasure. And if you remember, Sadur is a pirate that is he stands on a ship in the harbor. We're not going to tell him we got his treasure because he didn't ask us to look for it. Because finders keepers, losers reapers, as they say. Come down this little ladder here. Now I usually just jump over this. You can just jump down where all the pirates are, but I like to come down here and drop behind the building so that no one's none the wiser up and up there. Alright, so come back up. Again, that's where we first went up to the Tortage Nobles. That's back toward the marketplace. We're going to head down toward the harbor. We're going to go to the third chest. Come around the corner here. Oh, while we're here, we may as well show you this. So this ladder here. So if we go up this ladder, And as of yet, I've not, like, some games, when you go up, you have to kind of be straight, otherwise you'll climb off the side of the ladder and fall. In this game, I've not found that that's something that would happen. I've never pushed the issue, but that's possible. Continue climbing here. And we have another panoramic view. If you look, it's almost like they've built the bow of a ship into the big tower here. You can actually keep on going all the way up to the top and get a pretty good vista from up there. But anyway, here we have another thing, so we'll get a look at what this one wants to show us. Again, from here you can see the other one that we looked at up there. And quite often one vista will show you where another vista is, or one panorama will show you where another panorama is. Cool. Alright, so we'll go back down the ladder. Don't want to jump because that would hurt. Sometimes it's kind of funny. He wants to put you on the wrong ladder when you select it since they're close together. Alright, so there's Rum and Rumble. Okay, you probably had to be here for at least one quest or found this for one thing. If you look to the right of it, there's this boat right here in the harbor. Okay, you got the green hull. If you look over here, there's that treasure chest. That's the third one we're looking for. So simply back up here, aim for the bow of that ship, run fast, jump, and I can go over here and I can pick up the third thing, the third treasure chest. Boom, treasure chest found, and I found all the hidden treasures in Tortage. Okay, so it doesn't give any experience or anything of that nature, but it is kind of an interesting thing that you can complete. And the more you complete, the more you'll actually earn points toward things later on in game. So let's see what we found. We found, ooh, a necklace. I don't have a necklace on, so that gives me an extra 2 constitution, so I may as well put it on. Other things that I find I can go ahead and sell. So jump here in the water, swim over. Oop, not down. There we go. And I'll go. Speaking of the Rum and Rumble, since we're here, let's run in here. I'll go show you one other thing. Again, in your search for. So I've showed you all the treasure chests, but I've not shown you all the panoramas. But I will tell you that there's another panorama that you can select here in the Rum and Rumble. Okay. I've already selected that one, so we're not going to do it again. I've already looked at that one, so I know where it goes. Anyway, like I said, I wanted to come back and share with you the idea of looking for completing some achievements. A couple of the ones that I like to do, of course, are the exploration, the treasure hunting. If you see over here, this is lit up now, and tells me if I click on this, I have found all the treasure chests. Now here in this beginning area, you have Tortage, you have the Acaronian Ruins, of which there are 4 chests, and then there's White Sands Isle, and there are actually 5 chests in that section of the newbie area. Once you're done with the newbie area, if you found all the chests, then you go to your home starting zones, whether it be in Cimmeria or Stygia or Aquilonia, and most of the areas have a list of treasure chests you can find. I think if I look here, so the Eaglopian Mountains, okay, which is a place I've got another character acting. There's treasure chests to be found. There's also heaps of bones, or sometimes if you're in a place that might have a lot of spiders as creatures you can fight, you might find cocoons that might have special treasures in them. So again, you can look for treasure. It's always a nice thing to do. Panoramas. There's typically more panoramas than there are treasures, depending on the area you're in. So we found 2 of them. I had already found a couple of them. Tortage Gate, that's kind of a hard one to get to, but there are several. And now this covers the Bracken Isle, so that covers all 3 zones that the treasure hunting is broken up into. So that's something you can do. Anyway, I want to show you guys that so you can have fun with that during your adventures throughout the hotlands of Hyboria. So anyway, I'm going to knock it off here. You guys be good. Peace.